We be different.
Grace, peace, and blessings to you all. Welcome back to another edition of The Be For Real Show. I'm your host, Brother Brooks. Glad to have you back with me for this special edition. Your boy, Brother Brooks, is live and direct from Washington, D.C., Capitol Hill, where I have been able to secure an exclusive interview with none other than the daily mouthpiece for President Joe Biden, Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine, welcome to the Be For Real Show. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure my audience is as thrilled to have you here as I am.
First, as you all know, she will be the first Black woman, the first out LGBTQ plus person to serve in this role.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that Jen Psaki would be joining us too. This is kind of awkward, but we'll make it work.
This is a historic moment, and it's not lost on me. I understand how important it is for so many people out there, so many different communities that I stand on their shoulders.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the subject of shoulders. It seems over the past 2 years that the American people have been shouldering the load of high energy prices, high food prices, as well as other resources. Does the Biden administration have a strategy in place to ease the burden for the American people?
That's a good question. I would have to ask our team. I'm going to be very, very honest.
Well, is it a laughing matter that the American people have been suffering mostly due to the Biden administration's failed policies?
We've been very clear here from this administration. The president has been very clear that he takes this very seriously.
According to recent polling data, it seems that President Biden's approval rating has taken a significant drop over the past year. So what do you attribute to the decrease in support for President Biden?
It sounds like you already know that the answer to that question.
So does that mean that you do not have an answer, Karine?
So haven't seen that reporting or those comments.
Well, there's tons of polling data out there available from various sources. Even more important is the recent polls show a major dip in support from the African American community from 98% to a whopping 96% support. Knowing how much the Democratic Party relies on the Black vote, does this dip concern the president at all?
Well, look, I'm not going to get into politics from here. And I've been very clear about that. I've answered that question multiple times already.
It's a simple and straightforward question, Karine. Is the president concerned at all that his most loyal base seems to be losing faith in his administration? Don't you believe that Black Americans deserve an amicable response?
COVID isn't over. We've been very clear about that. Hundreds of Americans are dying every day.
I don't know if you are on the right page of responses in your binder there. Are you actually listening to the questions that I'm asking you, Karine?
Are you listening to the question that you're asking me?
Okay, moving right along. President Biden has come under fire recently for his irresponsible handling of classified documents found in several unsecure locations. Is the president willing to publicly apologize to former President Donald Trump for his harsh critique, being that he is now under investigation for similar charges?
We normally don't comment.
Shocker. You don't answer questions. Okay. All right.
And this is normal, right?
Well, not exactly the word that I would use, but anywho, Karine, some citizens and politicians alike are very concerned that President Joe Biden kept classified information in the same home as his son, who is or was addicted to crack and prostitutes. Has the White House taken any measures to investigate if any sensitive information has wound up in the wrong hands for $40 or less?
About the ongoing legal matter, I would refer you to the Department of Justice. Anything else, I would refer you to the White House.
Should we expect to get any real answers from you today, Karine?
these are questions?
Yeah, they kind of are questions. You are familiar with questions, correct? Why are you looking at me like that, Karine? That is kind of creepy. I have a couple of more things before we wrap up this extremely informative interview, Karine. During the 2020 presidential campaign, President Joe Biden promised that his administration would be open, honest, and transparent. Can you, in good faith today, claim that the Biden administration has kept this promise of transparency?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
Okay, Karine, since you really can't share any truth with me at this moment, real quick, off the top of your head, tell me a lie.
Unemployment is down by is the lowest that we have seen it in 50 years.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was now that was funny.
I love how everybody laughed.
One last thing, Karine. Over the past few months, President Joe Biden has ordered several unidentified flying objects to be shot down over U.S. territories, and many Americans see this as a threat to their safety. It seems to many citizens that the White House has not taken this matter seriously. What, in your opinion, is the biggest threat facing our country's democracy and freedoms?
Any dangerous extreme MAGA Republicans.
I give up. Thank you once again for your time, Karine. I'm sure that my audience can appreciate this very insightful interview, to literally say the least. And I thank you, my wonderful and loyal subscribers. But if you have not subscribed yet, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like, smash that notification bell. But in any event, let's talk about it all down in the comments. That's where the real conversations are had. We'll see you next time on the Be For Real show. Grace, peace, and blessings to you all. I'm your host, Brother Brooks. Until next time.